म्यूचुअल फंड्स सही है, दीजिए बचत को पंग। न्यूज 18 नेटवर्क के सहयोग से।
Hi.
Hi! Congratulations on the promotion, man. You finally have cracked it, huh?
Thank you. But you know what is more interesting? Is the additional bonus that I'm gonna get.
अरे बॉस ने प्रॉमिस किया है मुझे इस बार यार।
That's nice. Plus the incentives of the last quarter. Quite a lump sum, huh?
Yeah.
My friend, you're suddenly rich.
But you know, rather than blowing all this money away on partying or a vacation, I'm planning to park this money aside. You know, it's time to get wise about the future.
That's very wise indeed. I mean, saving for future is important. But have you given a thought where to park it?
Yeah. I was thinking I'll open another savings account and just keep my money there.
Papa, what century do you live in? You should invest that money. Mutual funds का नाम सुना है?
I'm not from the 18th century.
Of course सुना है मैंने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के बारे में। But I don't want my money to be invested for a longer duration. I might need some liquid funds here and there. And you know, keeping my money in mutual funds for a long time is just not my thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
And why will you not be able to do this with mutual funds? Okay, sorry, I mean, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation, and it seems to me that you folks have some wrong notions about mutual funds.
Listen, my sister is invested in a mutual fund and she's been advised to stay invested for a minimum of 5 to 10 years, which is a long time.
Well, that's because she must have invested for a long-term goal, and therefore she planned her investments in that fashion. But now, if your objective is different, and if you want your investments to, say, have liquidity, you can look at other types of mutual funds. For example, you could look at ultra short-term funds.
Oh.
Okay, so let me explain. Ultra short-term funds are a type of debt fund that help in achieving short-term goals. Now, typically in terms of the risk-return profile, they are a little lower than, let's say, short-term funds. But the advantage that ultra short-term funds have is that they allow you liquidity and you can exit in a short period of time with very limited volatility in terms of your returns. And that's because they invest in short-term debt instruments.
So like liquid funds.
Well, liquid funds would typically invest in debt instruments that have a residual maturity of less than 91 days. But for ultra short-term funds, typically invest in debt instruments that have a residual maturity between 91 days to all the way up to 6 months.
What about the returns?
Well, if all goes well, one could see potential returns that are higher than fixed deposits. But remember, investments are always subject to market risks.
Super, yeah, that's so cool. Matlab, I can still buy that phone.
Well, probably you can, but remember the golden rule.
Yeah.
Always check with your investment advisor before making your investments.
Always.
If you don't mind, I too have a query.
Why not? Finally, I'm getting a chance to show people how they can invest for their goals. So bring it on.
म्यूचुअल फंड योजना कोई सावधि जमा योजना नहीं है। म्यूचुअल फंड या उसके एएमसी की इनके लिए कोई जवाबदेही, गारंटी या बीमा नहीं होती है। म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश प्रकृति के कारण उत्पाद के रिटर्न या संभावित रिटर्न की गारंटी नहीं दे सकते। पुराने प्रदर्शन सिर्फ संदर्भ के तौर पर पेश किए जाते हैं और ये भविष्य के परिणामों की गारंटी नहीं देते हैं। अगर निवेशकों को इसके बारे में संदेह हो कि उत्पाद योजना उनके लिए उपयुक्त है या नहीं, तो उन्हें अपने वित्तीय सलाहकारों से परामर्श करना चाहिए। म्यूचुअल फंड बाजार जोखिम के अधीन है। कृपया निवेश करने से पहले योजना से संबंधित सभी दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें।